Welcome back to the channel, and today I have a very special 992.2 for GTS on loan from the lovely guys over at Porsche High Wycombe. So yeah, we're going to take a bit of a look around the car. I'll do some exterior commentary and then we'll jump in and see what it's like to drive. This is obviously the one with the very special new hybrid system, so we will jump in and see what it's like. So here is the car in question. As you can see, it's a 0.2 GTS in a lovely silver with some very not lovely decals on it. But yeah, we can talk about those. This part in the middle, the white bit with the Porsche High Wycombe on, I believe is their own doing. But these decals over the lights and the 23 and the stuff down the side is actually a cost option from factory. Yeah, I went on the configurator last night and found out that it was $5.5 grand for those decals, which yeah, is not to my taste at all. But I think overall Porsche have done a very nice job with the styling on this car. Very pretty, especially from the back in my view. I think that's where this comes into its own. Very nice from the back. And one other thing on this that I personally wouldn't have is this aero kit. I think anything other than a GT Porsche should not have a wing on it, in my view. But yeah, as you can see from the back here, we've got the new dual tips on this car. Very nice. You can see that actually fake. You can see the real exhaust in there. This bit on the back you can have in carbon. There is a new pack on there now to have carbon exterior on the aero kit. So yeah, you can have a carbon wing and carbon diffuser, carbon front bit. These are the standard GTS wheels on here in black, obviously. And you've got the steel brakes on this car, which obviously ties into the color scheme of the decal kit. But this car is actually rapid. I'll talk a bit about it in a sec when I'm driving, but this, yeah, it's a very quick car. Anything 3 seconds or under to 60, I think it's essential to have PCCBs. They've saved me a lot of times personally on my own cars. So yeah, I would 100% ditch that $5.5 grand sticker set and put some PCCBs on this car. Coming around to the front then, you can see here obviously denotes a 0.2 from the vents on the front diffuser. And then we have this thing that we need to talk about as well, which is the LiDAR radar system for all the assistants on the car. Personally, I think it's one of the ugliest things I've ever seen them do on a Porsche. Someone at Porsche could have figured out a way to make that more pretty. If you can ignore this, ignore the decals, the wing I can kind of deal with that. I personally wouldn't have it. Put some PCCBs on this car, you've got a winner. So what is the car like to drive? I've had this for the weekend, and I've been to Cotswolds and back, which is where I am today. And I took my son out in it yesterday. The hybrid system is probably the main thing that everyone wants to hear about. The hybrid system in this is actually unnoticeable. Like, a lot of people talk about it being like, oh, that's a massive change. I can't really notice it, if I'm honest, which is probably what Porsche intended, I'm assuming. There is no turbo lag. So on the old GTS, there was a bit of one. I had a 991.2 GTS, not a 991.1. Not a 992.1, sorry. There's always been a little bit of turbo lag, but the yeah, this has none. You put your foot down and it's instant torque. Can you hear that? That's instant. It makes quite a good sound. The sports exhaust is on at the moment. I'm also got the hard suspension on, which I'll turn off. But yeah, the sports exhaust is good. It sounds quite nice. From an oral perspective, with an A, main point to note is that I think it's the turbos huffing and puffing. But if you just tap the throttle, I don't know if you can hear it. If you tap the throttle on this, the turbos almost huff. And I was trying to think of the sound, what I can relate it to in terms of sound. And it sounds like when you're at a theme park, like a Thorpe Park or an Alton Towers, and it's the hydraulic sound of the lap belt going on you on a roller coaster. It's almost like a sound. It's like someone's like punching you. Yeah, so that's like the main sound that you can hear in the cabin, really. It's not that noisy. You can live with it every day quite easily, I think. The few negative things I will say about the car, this start-stop button. I know this is actually a cliche now when you're reviewing cars, but Why have they done this on this car? I do not understand. What was wrong with the key? We're at a stage now where everyone is just over-engineering everything, because everyone is doing everything and it's a hyper-competitive market in the world of cars. I feel like everyone is just doing unnecessary stuff to say that we've added something or add something to the marketing brochure. And like, we didn't ask for this. The 911 enthusiast does not want a start-stop button, so take it out. Other things in here which I'm not a fan of are the 992 gear knob. I've probably mentioned that before. I'm not a fan of this knobby thing. Please give me a proper gear stick. Again, a bit of a cliche. Things that others may not have said that's less of a cliche is this car is super, super quick. I own a GT4 RS and this feels a lot faster than the 4 RS. I'd actually say like it's getting on too quick. I know a lot of people like, we want 800 horsepower, we want 1,000 horsepower. I think this has about 520 horsepower, if you don't get me wrong. And this feels so fast with the hybrid system and turbos. It's like, it's getting on dangerous in my view. But yeah, it is enjoyable. That's not necessarily a negative. That's more of just a point to note. It says it's 3 seconds to 60. I think it feels like 2.8, 2.7. It's so quick, honestly. Sounds good. Flick it into manual. I'll give you some pops. The other thing that I want to note, which is a potential negative, well, is a negative, is all the assistance systems in here. You can't get in it without it starting bonging at you. If you're driving 2 miles an hour over the speed limit, I'm in a 20 at the moment. I'm going 21, it's not going to bonk me. If I was going 22, it would start bonging. And it's bonged, it bonged. It starts bonging at you. Just stop telling me how to drive. I'm perfectly capable. Assistance systems, lane assist, it keeps tugging me lane to lane. It's all the standard stuff that we just hate in these, all this stop bonging, it's bonging again. Yeah, we don't want it. We don't want any of these assistance systems. We know how to drive, just stop. So yeah, the assistance stuff, not a fan of, but the rest of it, I really, really, really like. If I had 170 grand spare, would I buy this car? Compared to what else is on the market, I think it's probably a pretty good proposition. Personally, I'm one who doesn't want to lose 20, 30 grand, 40 grand on a car buying it new. For 170 grand, I mean, you're getting into 991.2 GT3 RS money. I'd probably go for something like that rather than a 0.2 generation. These are going to come down inevitably to probably 140-ish, 130-ish in a year, I'd say. I'd wait till then, take the chunk of depreciation out. For 130, 140, this car is it's a very good proposition, pretty good value for money. There are things that I would do differently on the spec, as I talked about. I wouldn't have the aero kit. I would not 100% not have these exclusive manufacturer decals. But I would have ceramic brakes on this 100%. It's that fast, you need it. So to round up then, what do I think of this car? I think externally, styling wise, they've done a really good job. As I said, I wouldn't have a couple of the options on this, wouldn't have the decals, wouldn't have the aero kit, would have ceramics. The rear of this car I think looks amazing. I'm not sure about the front. I do not like the radar sensor on the front, the black box. Interior of this car I think is standard Porsche. It's kind of what you expect, to be honest. Yeah, all the assistant stuff I could do without, but it does feel like a 170 grand car, don't get me wrong. All the Alcantara in this GTS pack, I think it's a lovely place to be. To drive, the hybrid system, I personally can't really notice. The main thing I can notice is the turbo, whistle, puff, whatever you want to call it. But it does sound good, this car, especially with the exhaust on. It does sound really, really good. So would I have one? Yeah, I would have one, to be honest. If I would wait a year or two and get one at 130, 140 grand. I think this is a very, very good car for that money, to be honest with you, especially if you're using it every day, or you have a kid that you want to put ISOFIX in the front. You can put a car seat here. Yeah, 130 grand. I think this is a great proposition. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do like and subscribe, and there'll be plenty more videos to come. So see you next time. Cheers.